All right, this is the unit, Geometry Unit Section 1 review. Your test is tomorrow, Tuesday, March 11th. And I will go step by step through these questions, and hopefully you will correct your answers if you got them wrong. All right, so the first one, identify 3 points in the diagram. A point could be K, T, X, L, Y, or R. I want you to make sure that you have the point symbol. I'm going to do point R, point Y, and point L. You could have any of those points that I mentioned before. 2 lines. Remember, a line extends forever in both directions, and it's named by its 2 points. So I could have line KL, okay? I could have line RX, so KL, and remember the symbol over the top is a line with 2 arrows. Okay, so I could have KL or RX with a line and 2 arrows over top. Identify the plane. Remember, when we name a plane, you have to include at least 3 letters, and they cannot be on the same line. So I would say this is plane RT. Okay. You can pick any 3 letters as long as it's not KYL or RYX. Identify all 3 pairs of line segments that are congruent. I see 1 tick mark here, so VR is congruent to, remember my symbol, RS. And another, these have 2 tick marks, so VU is congruent to ST. And lastly, with 3 tick marks, VS is congruent to UT. And I gotta figure out how to scroll down. Here we go. Number 5, use the diagram to tell whether SXR, which is SXR, and RXY, which is RXY, oops, different color, RXY. So SXR is 55 plus 20 degrees. So SXR is 55 plus 20, which is 75 degrees. Excuse me. And RXY, the measure of angle RXY is 30 degrees. So if you add these 2 together, 75 and 30, you get 105, which is neither supplementary or complementary. Okay, next one is YXS, which is YXS. So the measure of angle YXS is 30 plus 20 plus 55, which is 105 degrees. And SXT is SXT. And I find that, but I know that this is a straight line. TXY is a straight line, and all this angle I know is already 105. So I take 180, subtract 105, and I get the measure of angle SXT is 75 degrees. So these 2 added together gives me 180 degrees, which is supplementary. Next one, if O and P are, angle O and angle P are supplementary, which I know angle O plus angle P is equal to 180 degrees. And angle O tells me in the problem is 67 degrees, so 67 plus angle P is 180 degrees. So if I take 180, subtract 67, I get 113 degrees. So angle P is equal to 113 degrees. Next one, scroll down, I think. Can I scroll down? Next page? Ah, there we go. All right, next one, tell whether AB and AC appear parallel, perpendicular, or askew. This is the one I encourage you to draw over. So there's AB and AC, and they intersect at a corner, which make it a right angle, so therefore, oops, Therefore, this one is perpendicular. Perpendicular. Next one, CE and BD. Okay, so I have CE and BD. Okay, they're not perpendicular, they don't intersect, they're not parallel, so this is skew. They are not in the same plane. Next one, find the measure of angle 4. Okay, so the measure of angle 4 is right here. Okay, and 110 and angle 4 are adjacent angles, and adjacent angles add to 180. So this would mean 110 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degrees, which would make angle 4 equal to 70 degrees. Assume A and B are parallel. Find the measure of angle 7, which is over here. So angle 7, I would first start by saying angle 110 and angle 3 are vertical angles, and vertical angles are equal, which would make angle 3 110. And then angle 3 and angle 7 are corresponding angles because they're matching. And I know corresponding angles are equal, so the measure of angle 7 is 110 degrees. Next one, I need to identify 2 radii in the circle. And the radius, once again, is the center point out to the edge of the circle. So a radii could be OQ, and this is a line segment, so there's just a line over the top, and ON. Identify one diameter. A diameter goes to the center, it's 2 times the radius, so a diameter is MN. And identify one chord in the circle. Remember, a chord does not go through the center, so the chord would be PQ. Okay? And last one, this is the percent of a circle. You're finding the central angle measure of the sector. And in this case, I care about the people who prefer M&Ms. So right here, the percent of people who prefer M&Ms are 43%. And I know that there's 360 degrees in a circle. Okay, so to find the central angle, I want to know this angle measure. I take 43% of 360, change this to a decimal, 0.43 times 360. And if I get my calculator out, 0.43 times 360 gives me 154.8 degrees. Make sure it's degrees and not percent because you're finding the angle measure. And that's it. If you have any questions, please email me and look over your study guide and be ready for your test tomorrow. Bye.